HeroQuest unboxing. So OrcQuest Warpath, I did not support the Kickstarter, wasn't part of that, didn't pre-order anything. It looks like they were just selling it, so I bought it regular price. It was about 200 bucks, including tax and just a few dollars over that with shipping. So these boxes are massive. You've got kind of a matte finish, I like it. But man, these things are massive, huge. So if you've seen Amalgamash's video, you've already seen all of this, but 2 boxes. And I guess it's all just kind of divided up however they want, however anything will fit. Originally the Kickstarter, it was a bunch of like smaller boxes. This is from Monolith Games. Yeah, so this is the English version. Yeah, you can see everything's just kind of like split up. It looks as if one box is the expansions and the other box is the main game, but it's really not. It's just all just kind of divided up. So it's really like 2 games in one. So I'm going to do a quick play test here. Well, quick, we'll see. With Ribby. So we'll see what we'll see. Box okay. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 1,000. 8, 1,000, 10, 11, 1,000, 12, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000. 15 seconds. 15 seconds to open that massive box. So I think that's definitely longer than HeroQuest Mythic, HeroQuest Remake 2021 edition. Okay, so these books, it's like magazine quality. Blood for Blood chapter, Sewer Fever chapter, okay. And there's some downloadable content as well they have. Okay, this I guess is a pizza, a cold pizza that you can eat if you get hungry before the game starts. You need 2 hands for that out of there. It's just cardboard. It's hard to do it one-handed. Oh yeah, that's the box. Oh, and here we are. Oh, there they are. This is not resin. This is hard plastic. Interesting. This is definitely not as bendy as HeroQuest Remake. Everybody's got nice square integrated bases. Oh, no, I can detect glue. They're super glued on there. Okay. Okay, so you got all these gray figures, tons of gray figures. I'm going to paint these for sure. The porks, which are pink. That's cool. There's a lot of them. I like the see-through candy trays, and they're definitely loose in there. They're not super tight. The scale of the figures is about what I expect. Some people were saying, oh, they're way too huge. There's Undead. You know, they're way too huge to be compatible with Remake HeroQuest, but I mean, yeah, those bases are big, but it's not a big deal. And facing does matter in this game. So, okay, so we got the first candy tray. Lift that one out of the way. Another see-through piece. Okay, this comes out. This is going to be a mess to put all back together, so I'm going to try not to mess it up too much before I have to. These kind of came loose. And then Marines, you got Barbarians, Dwarves. Yeah. They're hard, but a little bit bendy. So there's some give to them, which is a good thing. It's got plenty of undead figures. Doesn't look like anything's damaged. That's good. Everything has its proper place. These big figures. Giant monsters. Well, that one's green. Yeah, it's got some bendiness to it. They're not quite as bendy as HeroScape. But they've got a little bit of bend to them. Not sure what kind of plastic that is. These looked at, I was going to say the board, but these are tiles. Room tiles. Appears to be some kind of linen finish. It's got a finer grain than HeroQuest Remake. These are all bundled together. They're really thick. Oh, some plastic trays of some kind. These are just dividers. Oh, so that's to store the stuff after you've opened it up. Okay, here we go. It's all back together. I had to go to the very bottom to get what I was looking for. Okay, so here's the dice. It's all just kind of thrown together. Got white dice, green, blue, black, gray. And there's attack and defense of white, gray, black, and then green and blue are badass dice, BA dice, if you will. Production plastic smell to it. These dice are pretty solid. They're to be of good quality. They're inscribed, and they've got white paint or red paint. The badass dice have skulls, explosions, lightning bolts on them. I'm not going to go through every single thing, but the defense dice, they have shields, yellow shields, blanks, or red shields. The attack dice have red swords. Wait, what's the point of this one? It's the same thing on every side. So it's just an automatic hit? Is that what it means? Not 100% sure. I'm still working my way through the rule book. So there's, okay, the yellow shields and red shields are blanks. Yeah. So there's quite a few dice in there. Corners, the plastic. This is Hulk Hogan? No. So characters. Warrior. Are these heroes? These candy trays here. Pretty solid. Oh, these are the hero cards. Horus, I recognize that guy. Okay, so these kind of remind me of like 40k cards, so I gotta take those out of there, use them. And then you've got all these, it's like trivia. Look how many there are. They're so small. Box 1, pack 110. Box 2. Expansion, wings, and claws. Oh man, there's so many of them. I'm going to have to go through all these. Darker box, if that makes sense to anybody. Oh yeah, with these, this comes off of here. So I think you're just meant to throw these away, but everything else stays. The plastic, the shrink wrap. These big boxes had shrink wrap all over them, of course, originally. So this candy tray looks like it cracked and split and some pieces fell. 1, pack 9 or 10 hero box, 54 cards, skill event. And yeah, there's so many, it's going to take like hours to organize. Okay, these all say expansion. Here we've got core box. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 9 and 10, which are hero boxes. Oh, there must be more. Here's all go back in this cardboard box. Makes a little bit of sense. Wow, I'm almost put it back, and I put all that stuff back in there. Oops, those dice should have gone in there. These should have gone on top. And then we got the 2 menus for you and your date. And that's that box. It's this huge box here. Oh, this isn't the darker box. I was wrong. This is the lighter box. So I need to open the other box now. Okay, about 10 seconds to close the box. But I mean, my HeroQuest large box, I mean, it ripped along the seam because you're constantly pressing that air back and forth, you know, punching through it. So probably a better storage solution. Another massive box. 20 seconds to open. There's some serious air trapped in there. Didn't break it. Big chunk of corrugated cardboard in there. Another fine menu. This magazine. Gorbag's Tales. So he's some kind of like mentor type figure in this game. Some swag artwork. Oh, is this the quick reference? Put that aside. Quest book. Okay, I need this. Rule book. Oh man. Yeah, I've been reading the digital version of this. There's 52 pages. 51 pages. Okay, so there's an appendix. Yeah, this is an actual magazine. It's got a nice finish to it. We'll keep reading that. Here's the tiles. Oh my goodness. 2, 3, 4. There's like 8 sheets of tiles. There's so many tiles. It's gonna be a lot of punching. Okay, we got more of these room tiles. Yeah, this darker box must be the main box then. And this other, well, it's all mixed together, I'm told. So it relies on squares, 1-inch squares, has to be. What was that needed out of here? This almost looks like an actual game board. Big tiles, so you need a big table for this game. Another box of miniatures. Some more of these dividers. Okay, I need 2 hands for that. So we got the one pizza, the other pizza box. I'm expecting more miniatures. Maybe all the orcs. Nope. Okay, so we got the rats, more elves, dogs. Dog faction, very popular, very powerful, very influential. Humans, peasants, more elves. So it'd be super cool just to spray paint these just various colors. I'm thinking right now, like light blue for elves, brown for rats, like some kind of red color for humans. Orcs are already green. Orcs must be in there because I don't see any green ones yet, except for those, the big one in the other box. And then undeads will probably be, you know, kind of that that cream color, that off-white color. So yeah, lots and lots of figures. Of course, these candy trays are far superior to the HeroQuest remake ones, although the 2022 ones are pretty decent. 2022 and on. A retail game. But I did everything I could to avoid breaking my vows to not support Kickstarters anymore or pre-orders. And they were just selling it at a regular online store. So I bought it and it was technically under $200. That's my other thing for board games. So I feel like I'm buying 2 games here. If it was just one game for $100 or $105, it's a bargain. And they could divide this up. Okay, here we go. Here's our green skins. It's kind of a pea green, or green, well, it's lighter than green bean. It's a, yeah, very pea green color. These are the heroes, the hero orcs. Because the whole point of this game is the orcs are the good guys, or you see it from their point of view. This is not the HeroQuest world, but clearly inspired by it. Kind of a generic fantasy world. Okay, so this one comes unassembled. You got some wings. It's a cockatrice or something. Is that right? It's supposed to look. But yeah, it's kind of a hard plastic. Not like the type of like model plastic, like Warhammer plastic. You know, it's a little more bendy. It reminds me of like kids' toys from maybe the 90s. Of course, I guess there's a lot of things to compare to. It's better than like toy dinosaurs from the 80s. But it's not like super rubbery, bendy plastic like you find in HeroScape or HeroQuest Remake or Reaper Bones. But you could easily remove these. You could glue them if you want. So I just kind of leave them out. Maybe use some sticky tack to secure them if really necessary. So some... like one of the Chaos Gods from Warhammer 40k. Different creatures. They're cool looking. That almost looks like a goblin, but it's an orc. Yes, these are all orc heroes. So there's expansions in here too. I think there was only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So maybe 5. Well, I've heard different things, different numbers of players. But it's all cooperative. There's no GM. You're playing against the game, essentially. There's a little ding on there. And the stuff gets generated randomly, and that's how you play. So, yeah, looks pretty cool. So that's OrcQuest. I'll have to play it and see. Of course, this is one of those modular dungeon games. So, helps if you have a big table, lots of space, and definitely want to set up, organize everything. They show pictures here how you're supposed to do it in this magazine. See, look at all this stuff. You got like a threat meter, basically, badass tracker, so it's like a victory point tracker. But you can use them. Okay, this is what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, you can use them for special effects. So your table is going to look like this. So, now playing this remotely, I think it should be fine. It's just that we're going to need our basic stuff. So I'm just going to take out the quest book, the quick reference stuff, and these basic cards. So all the cards are in here. I didn't see any cards in here. It's all in here. But there's tiles and miniatures in the second box as well. And the dice are all in one box. But yeah, they should have put... Well, they could have taken some of these cards out and put them in here and put some of the miniatures in there. But all the tiles are in here. I don't think we need any of these right now. These are all like terrain and loot and stuff like that. Actually, let's take that out of there. And put that piece on there. That's what traps all the air. And in that box there. So it causes it to take so long to close. Okay, 10 seconds to close it. Yep. So if this is the kind of game that you're going to take it out of the box, set it up, put it back in the box after you're done playing, I mean, you really want a place to set it all up, because it's just, it takes forever. This is the styrofoam that came in. Massive box, styrofoam. Yep, OrcQuest, so that's what you get. So if they release it into retail, I hope they would redesign the box. Get Adam Glick from Avalon Hill to guide you, or someone with his level of expertise in organizing. Put it in a box like half that size, maybe, you know, not having to pull it so much. And you could have a great game. It'd be easy to transport, easy to play. It looks like the parts are going to be pretty durable. I think I can open these up and take a look at them. These are matte finish. Ooh, and they're rather thin. This is just like a playing card. It's got a nice matte texture to it, so I bet it would show up well on camera. So we've got Oris, Thala or Tala, Mech. Okay, so these are the heroes. Mandar, Meridus, Yogurt. Amza, come up with good jokes for each of these characters. Abgrol. Oh, okay, so that was actually a hero? No, it's a troll brute. Are these good guys? Rahak, Goblin Druid, Orc Paladin. I think these are playable characters. Hobgoblin Ranger. Oh yeah, the ranged attack. So really, it's nothing on the back, so we've got their different attributes. So they've got, I'm not sure what each of these stands for. That's fighting. Don't know what that is. Is that life points? Heavy crossbow, starting weapon, ranged. On that, he does not alert the enemies. When Valkyrie, Valken uses his move skill, he rolls 1 green. Incognito. So, I guess there's a lot of choices then if these are all playable characters. War Dog. Oh, these are bad guys. These are enemies. I got it now. Okay, War Dog, Peasant, Guard. These are human. Soldier. Well, that's how many points you get for killing them. You get loot for beating them. I'm not sure what all the symbols mean. I've read it once, but I haven't committed it all to memory yet. And of course it helps if you actually play it. Cockatrice. Lothar, the enchanter of the hill people, of course. Null. And a bikini. Warg. Shira, or Ashura. Lousy Rat, love it. Rat Skull, classic. Rag Rat. Archer. Sacred Maiden, she looks angry. Dragon Saint, looks happy. Tancred. Abgrul. Oh, is this like... And then Cthulhu Orc. So this looks like a... It's like a bad guy version of that character, or you could have a hero version. Let me see if I'm right. Oh, there they are. Same character. So that's kind of cool. So it could be an enemy or a friend. Leave fingerprints, but it doesn't immediately leave fingerprints. I mean, I washed my hands and everything, but some cards get marked a lot easier in some games. Possible heroes, including all these expansion characters. Let's open one of these boxes of cards to see what's in there. Of course, I'm confused by this box 1, 9, 10. Like, are they all mixed in there? Is that what that is? These are definitely very small cards. You could just imagine, okay, I'm playing all of the HeroQuest expansions at once. I mean, not every adventure may call for all of this stuff at the same time. I'm thinking of Betrayal at House on the Hill, but this is like everything. You know, a one-shot of everything. Which is what I would want. I mean, if the game is fun, you want to keep playing it. And, of course, with, you know, HeroQuest sets the stage, lets you know that, hey, you can make up whatever you want for any game. Make your own game out of anything. But having this stuff, you know, as the designers intended, and lots of content for you to play with, keep you occupied for a long time. If you ever want to dig the game out again, it can always be a different experience. More heroes, yep. Same texture and everything. Hekar. Gnomes. Are these allies? Orcs. I guess I don't understand the full difference. I mean, I assume the orcs are the heroes and the rest of these characters are just other things, but they don't seem to be labeled the same way as, like, enemies. See, look at this. The enemies you get rewards for killing them, so are these allies? Blood. Berserker. Ogre. Ranger. So the barbarians are treated separately from humans. I see that, yeah, it's a different color. Different faction color. Well, I could give you a suggestion for colors. I think if I leave anybody gray, it's probably going to be the dwarves. It's got that stone gray. But having everybody gray except for the except for the orcs and the porks with green and pink seems kind of boring. Rather just get some spray paint, some Krylon spray paint, and touch them up. Oh, this one's two-sided. Piglet Hunter, Pig Hunter. Interesting. Oh, he's the only one that's double-sided. Oh, no, Bortz. Pig Artificer. Piglet Artificer. Artificer. Ursula, that one's double-sided. Okay, so some surprises here. It'll take you hours just to go through the box. So for collectors, I guess, who aren't going to play this, you just want to go through everything, have fun. Enjoy the artwork. It's got a dreary, kind of gritty style to it. But I mean, it kind of reminds you of HeroQuest a little bit. I mean, he's got the sword pose, the classic pose. Of course, the way everything's arranged is different. The OrcQuest card game that came out before this reminds me more of a parody of the HeroQuest board game, whereas this appears to be its own thing. Of course, that was a card game. So we got these and these. Let's open up some of these cards here. I guess these are considered mini cards or European mini cards. These are definitely smaller than Space Crusade. They're just matte finish. They'll be easy to shuffle. I don't know. They've got a nice smooth edge to them. Yeah, so the only textured pieces, looks like, are the tiles and the room tiles, board pieces, if you will. Everything else has kind of got this smooth, matte finish to it, which is good. Hopefully that's pretty durable. Alright, thanks for watching. That's Monolith's OrcQuest, and this is not a sponsored video. I paid good money for this, and on the recommendation of a lot of other people in the HeroQuest fans community. So I know it's not HeroQuest, it's its own game, but it looks like it's got a lot of appeal for someone who does enjoy that type of game, and we'll see how it plays. Thanks for watching.